My name is David Swenson, and welcome to Unapologetics. There's only one promise that I can make to you about this page. I might be wrong, but I'm not lying. I'm here in good faith, following the truth wherever it leads, not always where I wish it would go. And I promise that I'll always be honest with you. Even if I'm imperfect or if when I get something wrong, not if you stick around long enough, you'll see me adjust, refine, rethink things. That's part of the journey. That's what honest inquiry looks like. This page is about clarity in a world that feels intentionally confusing. We're living in a time where almost every major institution, political, academic, cultural, and even religious, is trying to tell you what to think instead of teaching you how to think. People just seems like they're exhausted. The narratives keep shifting, the definitions keep changing. So, what do? I think, at least for me, I'm going to go back to the foundations. I was thinking this morning, there's a line from Lord of the Rings that felt so relatable to this time right now. It's when Bilbo is talking to Gandalf before he sets out for Rivendell in Fellowship of the Ring. He says, I feel like butter spread over too much bread. And I don't know about you guys, maybe it's just me, but I have been feeling that way lately. That's why I think getting back to these principles is going to be so important, especially for this podcast and really for us. So maybe we can build a community of people who are trying to stick to first principles. And that's what I'm interested in here. The ideas, the books, and the stories that built the West, the Western canon. You're going to hear me talk about the Bible, classical literature, philosophy, history, and the thinkers whose ideas will still shape the world you live in, even if you never read them. Because here's the truth. Whether you realize it or not, our entire civilization, from the scientific method to human rights to Shakespeare to psychology to the way you and I instinctively think about good and evil, rests on one ancient idea: the truth will set you free. That line, it's not testable in a lab. It's not a scientific formula. It's actually a metaphysical claim. And yet, nearly everyone in the West, whether they're religious or not, still lives like it's true. We act like truth matters. We act like lies enslave. And we act like honesty leads to clarity. And we act like clarity leads to freedom. I believe the Bible is the foundation for why we think that way. It's the most quoted book in Western history by far. It's the root system underneath our laws, our literature, our art, our ethics, and our understanding of reality. Even the people who claim they reject it still build their worldview on the moral instincts that the Bible has shaped. So on this page, I'm not here to give you shallow answers or tribal talking points. I'm not here to play team sports with ideology. I'm here to explore the questions that matter. What is true? What is real? What leads to human flourishing? And what makes a story powerful enough to live by? And how do we navigate a culture where meaning is collapsing faster than most people can process it? You don't have to agree with me. You don't have to be a Christian. You don't even have to see the world the way I do. All I ask is that you approach this space with honesty, curiosity, and the courage to question your assumptions, just like I'm going to attempt to question mine. This is Unapologetics, a page devoted to clarity, reason, faith, doubt, and the pursuit of truth, wherever it leads. And as always, keep asking good questions, and I'll see you next time.